Joining us now is the director from the Orion Art Center, Holly Nicosia. Welcome back to the studio.
Hello, thank you.
You're having fun over there, aren't you?
Definitely. I feel the same way, you know, getting all the volunteers and all those hours, and we do have the fun jobs in the community.
Yeah. Even so far this year, you've done a few things. You've done your Joan Bray Scholarship. You had your 24-hour art challenge, which was really cool. How's the year been going so far at the Art Center?
Great. Growing the middle school show, the exhibitions that are happening monthly. We're bringing artists from all over Southeast Michigan, which has been huge, and just expanding and showing our community to people, you know, not in the direct Lake Orion area has been really fun and exciting.
Yeah, if you visit the Art Center right now on Anderson Street by Children's Park, you just launched the new, what do you call it, Bloom, what's the title of the exhibit?
Blooming is the exhibition
Blooming,
going
yeah.
on right now, yeah.
Yeah, so all the artwork has sort of a floral theme, and it's different media, right? There, I saw some pottery and some photography and some beautiful hand-drawn work.
We even had an author in there with her, an artist who put her artwork into a book, which is featured there also. And
I was wondering about that stack of books. That's interesting.
So we're tying that in with the Art and Flower Fair coming up, and the exhibition will be open throughout that, so people can stop in if they come out for Art and Flower Fair to make sure to come and see blooming.
That's awesome.
Okay. So
what a great segue to Art and Flower Fair.
Yes.
So,
Well, I was going to ask first, though,
Go
when
ahead.
can you go and tour that exhibit? Like, what are the hours that?
So Thursdays and Saturdays, 1 to 7, we're always open for the exhibition space. I kind of bounce back between the studio and the gallery, so the gallery is open more, but those are our set hours, that there's always somebody there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're just, just a couple of weeks away from the Art and Flower Fair. Talk about what people can expect in downtown Lake Orion on May 17th and 18th.
Yeah, right now we're placing all the vendors on the map, which is always a fun and an exciting thing to do, to see how many painters we have versus potters versus, you know, the fabric artists. So we have 120 vendors this year. We have some really great sponsors that are coming back, so they are in some of the booths also, but they're sponsoring like the Kids Zone. We have Kids Crafts happening. The DIA is coming out again to do a big art project with all the kids. The DDA is doing a project in their alleyway, another kids craft. So it's going to be a really fun family event all weekend long.
I seem to recall some musical acts. Will there be some music?
Yeah, there'll be acoustic music in the four corners. We're just going to have, in the past we did a beer tent throughout the weekend, and May is not always so nice for those late nights in the beer tent, so we've kind of shifted to have acoustic music throughout the footprint. So while you're strolling, buying art, doing the kids' activities, there'll be acoustic bands playing. And we're also kind of focusing on the social district this year too. So if you go into your favorite restaurant and they participate in the social district and get a drink and kind of stroll and see the music, and yeah.
Now I remember a few years ago, I heard from some people, they're like, okay, there's lots of art, where's the flowers? And it feels like the flowers have been making a comeback the last few years. Last year there were beautiful flowers everywhere. So talk about that mix of flower and art.
That's always our goal, to kind of have a diverse group of vendors. The Art Center actually has taken on the flowers the past couple of years because we've heard that too. So we've gotten donations from different nurseries, and then we take it as a fundraiser for us. So when you're buying the flowers from us, it's actually directly impacting the Art Center too. So the profits from that go to us. We just have a hard time getting the vendors to come out. They're in Detroit for flower days and everything, but they're pretty gracious with giving us the flowers to sell for them, and then of course it helps us out too. So that's kind of been our strategy for the flowers. We also have Scott's Farm coming, and they have 2 big booths of flowers, and I think maybe 3 or 4 new flower vendors this year too.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, we're growing, and it's exciting to see every year the people come back and then the new people join.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, the changes that you've made really have, you know, it's beautiful down there. I live just a few blocks away, and so I experience it every year, and yeah, the last several years, the flowers have been on a comeback, and it's beautiful. But yet there's also the great vendors for all kinds of things, like food. We'll go down there and eat lunch, and just from the vendors. So.
Yeah. Now the art vendors, do they have to meet some sort of criteria? How do you pick and choose who ends up with a space at the flower fair?
So it's a juried event, we do take applications, and we have a board that reviews who's going to be coming in, and we try to look at, price point, what will work in this area. We don't want to have an artist come out that we know they're not going to sell anything. That's just a bummer for everyone, and it just creates, not the best relationship with the artists. So we try to be fair. We try to have artists of all different price levels, but it's a committee. We look at everyone and see, like, if we have 30 painters, we don't want to just have all 30. We kind of want to keep it competitive and have a diverse group of all different mediums.
Yeah, I remember last year walking around and interviewing some of the artists, and they brought some really amazing stuff. And the artists were characters themselves. They were so much fun to talk to. And there was the one guy who had like these metal sculptures for your, landscaping and yard, and it was so diverse. It was really great to see.
It's really cool to see what people come up with. I came home over the weekend with a robot made out of metal that you could plug in your iPhone into, and I was like, this is really cool. It's all recycled materials, and it's like you just see so many cool different things there, and that's what I love seeing every year, who's going to be there and who's coming back.
Yeah, now, this acts as a fundraiser, right, for the Art Center, and in what ways does the fundraiser, what kind of things does the fundraiser allow you to do?
Continue to do programming throughout the community. We try to keep our class prices low enough that most people can take a class, and we do start to offer scholarships this year. We're kind of getting to the point where we're able to give back in those ways. We have a scholarship coming up in honor of Vanessa Alessandra, who was a Lake Orion community member. She grew up here, and we have 2 scholarships in her honor this year. Just different ways that we can do different community events throughout the whole summer. We go to Lollapalooza and we do free crafts, and just different ways that we're able to put creativity into the community.
That's awesome. Local businesses in downtown Lake Orion, sometimes they get a little vocal about events kind of hampering their business. But before we went on the air today, you were telling us about how you try to get those businesses in downtown Lake Orion to be part of the fair. Talk about that.
Any Lake Orion downtown business is welcome to have a free booth in the footprint. We love including them. We wouldn't be able to do these events if we didn't have the support of the business owners. So it's important for them, there's the attitude of this event brings in all these people into our community, and it's a great thing. And then it's the other side of, we can't get our regular customers in, but it's how you look at it. And if you have a booth there, you can, have them come back the next weekend and get people to return. So it's important for us to include all the business owners, and we love when someone signs up for one of those free booths. I think we have probably 10 businesses in downtown Lake Orion that took advantage of that, and it's up to them to come up with what they want, giveaways or different raffles, and even featuring the products or the food that they have at their establishment.
Yeah. I mean, you probably agree with us. I think these types of events not only bring out the regulars, but outside people from outside Lake Orion come to Lake Orion for these and see what Lake Orion's all about. So I personally feel it's a win-win to hold these types of events and add to the charm of Lake Orion, specifically downtown Lake Orion. So,
absolutely. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are still discovering it. Like, we've grown so much over the past 10 years. And so, other communities are just discovering, you have other restaurants in downtown Lake Orion.
More than, I mean, I've been in this community 30 years, and it seems like we have more places to eat and shop and walk than ever before. So,
and we notice with our classes, too, we give out flyers, and we have people sign up for our newsletter. And when people come back for the classes, we'll say, well, how did you hear about us? Well, Art and Flower Fair, Dragon on Lake. It's like, well, you're driving 30 minutes away. This is quite a commitment to come out for a class, but it's just getting the word out and showing that Lake Orion's here and we have a lot to offer.
Now, we talked earlier about there's an after party. Talk about that after party.
So we're having the official after party at Wine Social this year. Tickets, I believe, are $25, and they created an event on Facebook and on their website where you can purchase them, and part of the proceeds are going back to the Art Center also. And
what will happen at the after party? What do you have going on?
So there's a DJ there, and they're kind of doing like a flower after dark theme where you're like, you're nice, dress up, have some fancy cocktails, and celebrate the weekend, celebrate spring and all this nice weather that we're going to be having here pretty soon.
That's right. It's coming. It's coming, right?
Yeah.
April showers, maybe early May showers. But Joe, come on. You haven't ever spent an evening at Wine Social? It's
I'm
the
not a
happening place
drinker,
in downtown
so
Lake Orion.
I'm not that
Well, you don't have
social.
to drink, but dance. I go to dance.
I will say that Wine Social has become sort of a hub of Lake Orion. I think
it really has.
That's one of the biggest foot traffic generators in the downtown area right now.
That's another, you talk about changes over the last several years. So it went from more of a quiet, come and have a glass of wine place to they expanded and they have a DJ at night and it's got a lot more life to it now and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
So,
great to see. Yeah. And you also have a art camp coming up. What's
all
that
of our
about?
summer art camps. We have I think we have 6 camps this summer, all different ages, pottery camps, multimedia camps. We have a pop art camp that is being split into 2 groups, the younger kids, and then we wanted to have a camp for a little bit older kids, preteens, 13-year-olds, a space for them to come out this summer and create. And that one is in July. We have 2 wonderful instructors. One is a middle school art teacher in Clarkson, actually, and then we have Michelle, who is our resident instructor at the Art Center. She's the other instructor, and they're both just wonderful. The ideas they come up with and the projects, you think, how are you going to fit all of this into those 4 days? And we have a little art gallery at the end where everyone gets to show the work they made for the week. It's amazing to see what they come up with.
So is there there's a lot of instruction during this camp where maybe kids learn different media, that sort of thing?
Definitely, yep. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna split them into 2 groups. So younger kids, it'll be the same project, but depending on your skill level, Michelle's really great with the younger kids, and we'll have Lindsay focus more on the middle school kids. But you're learning that skill too, and you're gonna have fun. We break it up with games, and we have the beautiful nature trail at our studio, so it's not solely art. You're gonna have a little bit more, just a fun way to spend the week in the summer.
Yeah. On Earth Day, I posted on Facebook a picture of me interviewing the moose tree.
I think I was there for that.
Wait, you interviewed the tree?
Yes, it was Earth Day. They need their voice to be heard.
What did the tree have to say?
We like to say that's a sculpture made in the earth, like Mother Earth made that sculpture. So I do classes where I don't tell the kids what we're gonna see, but I say we're gonna see a sculpture out in nature. We do the walk, and then it's the moose tree, and everyone loves it.
It has a long history.
Yeah. Oh, I've been on several field trips I chaperoned over the years. I went to the moose tree. So.
Now, before we let you go, it's a little early, but what do you have planned for Dragon on the Lake this year?
The dragon boats. We are on a mission to get those dragon boats filled. Pre-COVID years, we were at 20, 25 boats, and we just would love to have that. It's such a fun community event and something different to do. So we're really pushing for those dragon boats. We want it to be a big, successful year with that, and just the vibe of that part of the event is just so special. So, and it's different, something that you're not going to see in any other street fair. Or, we have those wonderful bands that come out for the beer tents, and that's always fun. But to be at the lake and see those dragon boat races, it's something special.
It is.
It really is. Have you ever participated on the boat?
I haven't been in the boats because I have the camera all the time.
Yeah.
People are like, well, put a GoPro on your head and get in a boat. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, really, there is nothing like it. Having been on, it's been several years that I rowed, but being on, one of the top contending teams, again, my competitive spirit there. But no, there is really nothing like. I mean, it's like the teamwork. You're on this boat with sometimes people that you didn't even know very well prior to, and through your practice, and you really come together. And then there's something about being on the lake right before they sound like the go, it's just silence.
Yeah.
And it's like you're ready, and then you go, and it's just it's you have to experience it. If you've never, I think we should get you on a boat this year, Joe.
We'll see.
We're trying to get me on one too, Joe.
Anybody who hasn't rowed before, I think you have to experience it at least once.
Yeah.
I think you have. Yeah, I think so. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. So.
The way the other teams cheer each other on too, it's special.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I've since in the more recent years been on the sidelines and cheering them on and watching, and it really is. And the opening ceremonies, where they
the drums.
the drums, and it's really it definitely is a special part of the event.
I remember shooting video one year where it was the championship race, last race of the day. the top 3 boats go out to the far side at the starting line, and the skies just opened up and it just started pouring. And then you hear that air horn in the distance. And they're paddling away in this heavy, heavy downpour. And they cross the finish line and everyone's cheering, and then the rain stopped. It only rained from start to finish, which is, I don't know, the universe having a laugh, I guess.
Their theatrics, right?
Yeah, but it was so dramatic. It was really cool. Yeah. So if anyone wants to get involved with any of these things coming up, how do they go about reaching out to the Art Center?
DragonOnTheLake.com. It has everything you need there for all that information. But of course, people can email us at info@orionartcenter.org. We have volunteer opportunities year long that we want to include the community. Kids, seniors, anyone that wants to come out and has that creative spirit is welcome with us.
Yeah, and like you said, monthly exhibits that I'm sure you're soliciting artists to contribute art for those exhibits.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the Orion Art Center Facebook pages and website if you want information on the classes this summer. And
Yeah, it's. I feel the Art Center really adds value to Lake Orion in the downtown area. You're doing a great job over there.
Thank you. Thanks. We appreciate all the support we get here too. It's a special organization, and it's fun to hear everyone's stories of the Art Center. It's been around for so long. To kind of hear the history of it. It's always fun to hear new stories.
Oh, and one last thing. When's the porch is that going to be done by Flower Fair, you think?
The porch. I hope so. I think it will be. Permits and things happen, and but it should be done by Art and Flower Fair because I have a lot of totes that go in and out. That porch would be really helpful.
Yeah.
When we were there, you got a check from the DDA to help, facilitate the replacement of the porch. And when you received the check, the porch was like pretty much gone. When I was there this past weekend, it looks like you've made quite a bit of progress over there. So it's coming along, right?
It is. A couple scheduling things need to be worked out, but it'll be done. We're going to be replacing some doors too, so it's kind of just tying that all in together.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Awesome.